We're gonna start this video with a quote from this book. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This book is by Simon Sinek and it's called Start With Why. And that's exactly what we do in our pitch decks. So if you look at page 2 of our pitch deck, you'll notice that we start here with a mission statement and a creator overview.
The mission statement explains why your channel exists, and the creator overview is there to add a little bit more context and make sure the brand knows why you're different from other creators who may have a similar mission statement.
At times, especially right now in the world of creators, it can sometimes feel like you only exist to generate views. And that is not a very human reason to exist. What we did when we first developed our pitch deck was make sure that on that first page, we explain why the channel exists. And it doesn't have to do with generating high viewership. Our mission statement is to educate and empower the next generation of creators.
On the mission statement worksheet, we've put space for you to develop your own mission statement. It's kind of like a creator mission statement Mad Libs.
Is it Mad Lib or Ad Lib?
Mad Lib.
What's an Ad Lib?
Ad Lib is when you add something new that was unexpected, like probably right now what we're doing.
Oh, this is like ad libbing.
We're ad libbing right now.
Okay. And why is it called a Mad Lib?
Back to what I was saying.
Yes.
The mission statement worksheet. We have space there for you so that you can craft your mission statement.
All right, let's walk through it. You're gonna write, my mission is to, and then you're gonna write your value, which is gonna be a verb. Then you're gonna write an audience identity. So this formula is gonna pull from the last exercise we just did. So we're gonna reference the identities, emotions, actions worksheet. Now, obviously we have 3 audience identities right now that we've written down, and we have a ton of emotions written down. So again, let's look at our mission statement. It's to educate and empower the next generation of creators. Why don't we start with the audience identity here?
So when we looked at all of our 3 identities, we felt like the next generation of creators, it's future and forward looking, and it was a good way to encompass all 3 of those segments.
So when you're looking at your audience segments, let's try and think about a term that can encompass all 3 of your segments that you've written down. When it comes to your value, you want to look at the emotions that you've written down and pick out 1 or 2 of these and see how that feels as a verb when it pertains to your audience. So again, for us, to educate and empower the next generation of creators.
This doesn't need to be the exact formula for your mission statement, but all of these elements should be represented. All great companies have a clear mission statement. As an example, let's take a look at Warby Parker. Theirs is to inspire and impact the world with vision, purpose, and style. And now let's look at Mark Rober's company, Crunch Labs. This is the mission statement for Crunch Labs: to show kids and kids at heart how to think like an engineer. Writing down your mission statement, it's not just about putting in your pitch deck. It's about making sure you truly believe it and live by it as a company, as a startup. It's important that you, everyone on your team, everyone you work with, knows why you exist.
It's actually something that we use on a day-to-day basis here at our company. It's a filter that we take all of our actions through. So for example, if we're looking at a video and reviewing the edit, we're asking the question, does it educate and empower the next generation of creators? If the answer is yes, then we are providing the value to the audience that we've identified. If the answer is no, then we have to reevaluate the project. If we're launching merchandise, we look at each other and say, how does it fit into our mission? That's where we came up with Press Publish. That represents our mission of educating and empowering the next generation of creators. Every project that we launch, every video that we make, we ensure that our actions filter through our mission statement.
When coming up with a mission statement, there's some things you want to avoid. I think one of the biggest ones is just being vague, right? You want to build a hyper-specific audience. You want to be confident about how you're transforming them. So make sure you're not vague. We've put some questions in the worksheet that will help you understand if you have a strong mission statement.
This is what we call the fluff test. And we called it that because what you want to avoid is having a fluffy mission statement that doesn't mean anything. So we have some questions here that you can ask yourself. The first one, is it unique to you? Is there a singular focus to this mission statement? Does this mission apply to all of your audience segments? And the last question we ask is, have you shared this with someone? One of the most important things to do, because you will be saying this out loud, is to say it out loud to someone and see how they react. Do they understand it clearly, or do they have further questions about what you do and why you exist?
So along with the mission statement on page 2 of our pitch deck, we also have your creator overview. The overview can either be a short blurb or it can just be a bulleted list.
So when we first started pitching to brands, we just put a bulleted list of things that made us different. So we started by just putting our experience in the space. If we're here to educate and empower the next generation of creators, Why are we the guys to do it? Well, because we've been on YouTube for over 10 years. We've built and sold a YouTube channel, and we've worked behind the scenes with some of the biggest creators on the platform. As our creator startup has grown, it's gone from me being on calls with brands and pitching us and using this page to explain who we are, to this deck actually going out to our agents and representatives to go and pitch on our behalf. And so what gets really important there is that we have control of our narrative. We get to write down the 3 to 5 bullets here of how we want to be portrayed out in the market. What makes us different? What makes us uniquely qualified to do what we say we do? So if you have an idea of what you want your creator overview to be, then you can fill it out right now, write a blurb or 3 to 5 bullets under that creator overview in page 2. If not, we have some worksheet pages that ask questions to help you get there.
So on this page, we're asking you to go out and find other creators in your niche and write down what their unique value props are.
The goal here is for you to get to your competitive advantage. If you write down these creators and the value they're providing, you should see that open space that you fill.
And then on the bottom of the worksheet, there's space there to actually just write out your bulleted list for your creator overview. All right, so let's recap. Number 1, a mission statement is there to explain why you exist as a creator. Number 2, it can operate as a filter for you to make all your decisions. And number 3, your creator overview clearly defines your competitive advantage to brands and advertisers.
Once you do all those exercises, you've just finished your first 4 pages of your pitch deck.
And your first 2 pillars of your creator startup. In the next chapter, we're going to focus on the 3rd pillar, which is your process.